So for this video, I'm going to demonstrate the technique to take a temperature. Before I start, I always need to introduce myself, check the patient's details and get consent for the procedure. Hi there, my name is Lucy, I'm one of the nurse practitioners. I'm going to take your temperature today, if that's okay. Just before we start, sure. I'm just going to check your name, date of birth and address, if that's okay.
Yep, my name is Daniel White, date of birth is 28th of the 6th, 1976, and my address is 2 Hill Close in St Austell.
That's great, thank you very much. So I'm going to take your temperature today, Dan, if that's all right. That means me putting the thermometer into your ear to take your temperature. Can I just check before if you have any ear pain or discharge from anything, either of your ears?
No.
No. So if Dan did have ear pain or discharge from one of his ears, you would want to use the other ear. And can I just check if you're wearing a hearing aid at all?
No.
No. Excellent. So again, if he was wearing a hearing aid in one of his ears, you might want to use the other ear. If both ears have got hearing aids in, then you would want to remove one of them. Ideally for several minutes beforehand. It's not always, you're not always able to do this in practice, but if the temperature was raised certainly and you've just removed a hearing aid, you might want to repeat it after a few minutes. So that's great. So I'm going to take your temperature then, if that's all right, Dan. Just wash my hands beforehand. I'm using a tympanic thermometer here. They come in various different models, so just make sure that you are familiar with the model that you are using. Mine has got an on-off button. Not all of them do. Definitely make sure that you turn it on though, if yours does have an on-off button. It's got a digital display here, which is where the temperature will be displayed when it's been taken. Before starting, you always need to use the plastic cover on. So put the plastic cover onto the thermometer without touching it with your hands. I'm going to then place this in Dan's ear, so I'm just going to pull up and back slightly on the top of his ear, put this firmly in the ear canal, and then mine's got a button at the top here, and then it has a green flashing light, and then there's a long continuous beep which just indicates that the temperature's been done. This has come up with, on the display here, 37.3, so that is a normal temperature within the normal range, so that's great, thank you very much for that, Dan. So now we're going to need to discard the plastic cover on the top. So there's a button underneath here that will discard that without having to touch it with your hands again. So I'm going to just direct that straight into the bin and click that button and the plastic cover has been removed. We can then free to clean the thermometer